Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it to the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing is Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. This is Ingram. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it?
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Hey, set, 380. Can't do better. Come on, QB, come on. Hey, Alpha. Come.
On first down, Brady. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
He sets to fire deep. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Shoot. Shadow. Check it. Reload.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And the third quarter starts with a run by Ingram. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 73 yards, and the Ravens will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Wait, that 380. I got him. 25. 72. Check 25. Slam. Let's go on. No, 66. Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go on. No, 66.
Brady now on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Check.
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Off to Thomas on the left side.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
Hey, 66. Check 50. Hey, watch it. Switch. Shift. Hey, check it. Check it. Check. Hey.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on fourth.
Let's go on. No, 66. Check 53, Linda.
They do go for it. It's Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Let's make these babies.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I got one.
This will be caught. just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. Magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Eli Manning and the New York Giants. Two teams that met in Super Bowl 35 down in Tampa. The Ravens and Giants are underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out. Out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch the curl. Watch it.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Blue draw quarters. Check, 48's the mic. Look, squeeze. Get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The toss out to Barkley. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Down. 18 Gators. Watch us. Look at me. Door.
On 3rd down, Jones. It's complete to Golden Tate. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Switch gears. Hard. Check. Leo.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check 26, please.
Here's a give to Barkley. He juked him. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 26 and a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Hey. Check back 40. Hey, Sam off. Defense, let's go. Hey, box drop. Get it.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Break. 48 to Mike. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, wahoo! Now.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Throwing Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Rosas puts this one through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, he only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air.
And I think the ball's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20, 10, and this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Here's Jackson under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got Snead. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Willie Snead, 56 yards. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. New York set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Jones to throw again. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Push him back. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Hey, Charlie. 48. 48, Mike. 48. Go. Tackles. Hey, alert 48. Hey, we got Mike the 48 right now. Let's go. On the ball. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Jones. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Rock it. Bravo. 5.
Jones now, operating from the gun, finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk-reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at it, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Exit. Now. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see. Hey, lock it. You don't want to hit it.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
On the double. Here we go. Tie it right. Tie it right. We got 3.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick on Wassorn. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York set to take the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jones throwing again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. From the gun, Jones. Flushed out right. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Set, ready, 50, plant. 2-jet bombers, 2-jet bombers. 940. Let's put him on the Alpha. Let's put that team on the front. Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Operating from the gun, Jones. Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Mike 48. Watch the run. Watch the run. Ready?
Now Jones throwing on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check it back. Check it back. Hey, 7. 5.
Jones now going to throw again. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
You're going to see me in your nightmares. 48's Mike. 48's Mike. Watch the out. Hey, alert 40. Let's go.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. First half in the books. You're what? We now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Go. Deuce. Check.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop. 3 bar.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
60 outlaw. Here we go. Check 37. Check. Fresno. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 71 yards. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Rosas to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Giants 23, Ravens 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go. Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? 50.
Throwing again. Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
57 to Mike. Here we go, D.
Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Throw left side complete. That's Ingram. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Check back 47. Here we go.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Tackle made by Antoine Bethea.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 8, read. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They begin with a run by Barkley. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Check curls, check curls. 22, check, 22, check,
From the gun, Jackson. Brought in left side by Snead. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
47's the mic, boys. 47. Check, 47. Here we go, D. Here I come. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Bring it.
Jackson now, operating from the gun. Flush to his right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go. 47 Mike. Mike, 47. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Yeah.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there. A first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Echo. Check 6 guys.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Let's go now. Check, 47. Check. Hey, motion. 40.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Throwing is Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and it's third down. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Quit talking about it. Hayward. 47-9.
There's Jackson on third and long. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 53-yard.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. He had it online, gave it a pretty good ride too, but in the end, he's a victim of the crossbar.
And Brandon, you know kickers very well. I'll bet if we ask him after the game, he'll say he didn't get all of it. We've seen him hit from deeper than this in warm-ups. But here, he's a foot or so from clearing that bar.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Rush in.
A first down carry for Barkley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Get in the weight room. Check the squeeze. Now.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
60 Pittsburgh. What tight end? You got 3 down. Look at me. Go.
A handoff to Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Jones to throw on second down. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. To throw on third down, Jones. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism. But without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Go.
On fourth down, Jones. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Ready. Hey, hold on. Switch up.
On second down, Ingram. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On third down, Mark Ingram. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard. Line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Ready. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We go right forward. We got it. Jack! Alert 3. Show 5.
Now Saquon Barkley. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 83 yards. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Important extra point up and through, and it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Got it. Check my 47. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Throwing now is Jackson. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. 4th down, here's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are close to finishing off this football game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Let's get it.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll go to Barkley again. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where that came from.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Mike, there we go. Go right in. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
It's a gain of 6. And a Cowboy first down.
Here we go. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
A first down carry by Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
40's Mike. They going to need some therapy after this.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got it at the 15. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
From the red zone now, Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 31.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. The former first-round pick Shane Ray in on the tackle. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. It's a give to the right. Ingram. He'll have a first down past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 22 yards there, a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get to normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
7 yards there and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 31, Jackson buying time to his left. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
First carry now for Gus Edwards. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
I'm coming.
Now a handoff to Ingram. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PA.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
At the 49-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They'll run on first down. Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down, Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, 62 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check. Lucky. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch over. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Now it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Malik Collins able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
54 Mike. I know he ain't got it.
This is Ingram on first and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches.
Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down. Here's Elliott. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 1 man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is a 26-yard attempt. Marr able to put this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. To throw again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, a Baltimore native, Tavon Austin. We'll call. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Kill. Turn it up. Hey, 47. 46.
Prescott from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape. As they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Let's get off the field, D.
Jackson from the shotgun. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Mike 5-4. Big stop.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Caught right side, and Snead. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. Jackson on 1st down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. What a spin. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Cowboys on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
40. Here we go. 36, 36. Pick that. Go. Shift.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Here's Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Back now in Baltimore. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Now Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a 4th quarter lead. The kick by Marr is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
From the gun, Jackson. Snead's got it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st down, it's Ingram. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 53 yards. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. He's got a first down and more past the 30. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 85 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set, cut, 50 out, 54. Blue down.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the screen.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
54. Hey, get into him quicker. Get in there. Watch the eye. Echo. One set. Check, Mike. Come on. 54. Come on, boy. Magic. Don't be scared of it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now Jackson to throw on 3rd down. And he's got Snead. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And he got it. Justin Tucker boots it through and plays the role of hero. And joy will reign in the Inner Harbor as the Ravens have won it. So the final seconds tick away.